All right, welcome back, Prospects Live viewers. We're back with another MLB. Nice, that was great. All right, anyway. All right, welcome back, Prospects Live viewers. We are back with another 2020 MLB Draft Player Profile. Up next is Daniel Cabrera, outfielder from LSU. This is a guy that I saw quite a bit of on the Cape. I'm very excited to talk about this one. So let's bring in, courtesy of perfectgame.org, Brian Sakowski, their national scouting coordinator. Brian, let's cue up the video here, Daniel Cabrera. I've talked at nausea about what my thoughts are on him. I love the hit tool. I love the setup. He's a little susceptible to breaking balls, but ultimately he's a guy that can make some adjustments in at bat. Really good barrel control. There's a little more pop there, I think, than maybe some of the numbers jump out to you with. I think he's a guy that, ultimately could develop into, an everyday corner outfielder in the major leagues with decent peripheral skills. He's not a standout tool guy in terms of like speed or arm or defense, but it's all probably like, average or just slightly below, kind of culminating in a decent corner outfielder. Guy can play a little right field, a little bit of left field. I'll shut up now and kick it over to you. What are your thoughts on Daniel Cabrera? Because he's a guy that I'm guessing you've probably seen for quite a few years now, dating back to when he was a prep.
Yeah, that's true. He played in a lot of perfect game events in his prep years, and we've seen him. And it's been the same story since he was 15 years old, man. He can hit. That's just really it. He can hit. I happened to see him at the Shriners Classic right before the shutdown, so he's one of the fresher ones in my mind right now as well. And I'm right there with you, man. I think it's one of the safer guys in the class. I think he's a big leaguer. I think he's going to hit at the major league level. The peripherals are going to determine whether that's an Andy Dirks type of fourth outfielder or if that's a everyday player like a Nick Markakis even or something like that. It's a bat first profile. It's a hit tool first profile. There's nothing above average beyond that, but a lot of it's pretty close to average. Like you said, he plays right field for LSU. I don't think he's bad out there. I think the arm fits him a little bit more in left field, but it's playable from right. But it's just he's going to hit. I think he's got a chance to get to 15 to 20 home runs a year. There should be a lot of doubles there. There should be a fair bit of walks there, and he should be able to steal some bases too, a few of them anyway. But yeah, I think he's a big leaguer. I think that's kind of what you're looking at, depending on what you view the upside as, is where he's going to end up going in the draft. I think back of the first round, early in the comp, is kind of where we're looking right now.
Yeah, and I think offline we had sort of discussed it, and you had said to me that you think he's a roll 5, which, is a compliment, especially for a guy like this that you can get, outside the top 15 picks. I think in some other years that maybe weren't as deep, this is a guy that goes a little bit earlier. But I think you're right. You probably see him somewhere in the back end of the first round, comp round. He's certainly signable. And he's a player that, I think is probably going to hit as soon as he hits the minors as well, because some of those lower level guys, he's already seen pitching up to that caliber. Anything else that you wanted to add on Cabrera here before we cut this one off?
He could honestly be, while he's not one of the biggest upside guys in the class, he could be one of the first college bats to the major leagues, just like in an Ian Happ kind of way. Not that he's going to go fourth overall, but that type of player where it's quick up. He's maybe not a star at the highest level, but he's going to play there, and you may see him pretty quickly.
Well, there you have it. That's a breakdown of Daniel Cabrera, outfielder from LSU. Up next is Dylan Dingler, catcher from Ohio State, one of the big movers in the draft.